It has power.
It has like, oh yeah, it's a.
No, I mean like it has power.
Not really, kind of.
I'm gonna bring mine out one day because I can throw it
With
in
the
my
story
car.
I'm about to hear, I feel like you did a wheelie and ate shit.
Well,
Kind
it has
of.
like fenders like this in the back, right? So Austin went to wheelie and he hit the throttle, so the throttle was going and he was trying to.
And it just clipped and ripped it off.
Alright guys, this is my ladies 22 CRF125FB. We had a 2020 small wheel that we bought for her a while ago, and we decided to upgrade and get her the big wheel, so I'm going to try to hoon this. I'll talk a little bit about it as I'm riding. If you're looking to buy one, or you just want to see a 6'3", 150-pound dum-dum ride this bike. First things first, this bike has BBR aftermarket springs in the front. They're heavier, or they're made for heavier riders, so the front end holds up a lot better. Total necessary, or it's a total necessity if you're basically over 100 pounds, because this thing is like you would sit on it and the front would just dive down. It still kind of does. Like, see if I can. So like you can see it, I sit down, it holds up. It goes down a little bit, but like on the stock springs, it was bad. Probably should get a different rear shock in it too, but you know, it's not really that big of a deal to me. Or it's mostly my lady. I mean, she don't care that much, but this thing is a lot of fun. Fuel injection is nice. You know, you start it up, you'll hear it idle high, and then once it drops down, you're ready to ride. No carburetors, no bull crap. The power is kind of underwhelming depending on like what you want from it. It's a great trail bike, but I ride MX. Whoa! Like I'm already topped out. Here. So first gear is super short, which if you're riding trails is awesome. If you're wanting to go fast, or like you got some wide open stuff like this, probably if this were my bike, it's partially mine, but if it was mine fully, I would do a sprocket change. Make it so each gear is longer, more top speed. You know, put a Yoshi on it. Maybe get like a, you got to get an ECU power tuner to make sure the bike isn't running lean. You know, there's some options if you want to go crazy with it. I will say, if I was made of money and I could have my own, this would be my like pit bike. You know, take it to the track, ride it around the pits, but it's just nice to ride around. It's really fun. The suspension kind of sucks, but in terms of its competition, you know, it's not any worse or better than the Yamaha or the Kawasaki, I would say. You got that Honda reliability. One thing though, if you guys see, this is an aftermarket gas cap, because it's known that the stock gas caps almost function like a car and they click when they're tight, but if you tighten it too much or over time, it messes up, and then you got to pry it off and potentially wreck your gas tank. Do yourself a favor if you're gonna buy this bike. Aftermarket front springs, unless you're like 60 pounds, and get a aftermarket gas cap. This one just slides off tight. It's like a traditional gas bike, or god damn it, dirt bike gas cap. Billet aluminum, very nice. And how does this bike compare to a small wheel bike? It's amazing. My girlfriend is 5'3", and this is perfect height for her. She kind of tippy toes just a little bit, but it works really well. The small wheel was just too small. Honestly, I mean, this thing just handles so much better. It's more like a traditional bike. So if you're in the market for one of these, I would highly recommend it. I'm an MX guy. I don't do a lot of trails, but if you're a trail rider or a beginner and looking for a bike that's good, like I said, I'm 6'3", 150 pounds. This thing is a little small for me, obviously, but I would probably be better off on the 250F version. But if you're a young kid just trying to ride and have fun, you're light, you're smaller, this bike is perfect. So now, let's rip this fucker. The best thing about this bike is you can put it around. Like, this is first gear. It doesn't even stall. It's a tractor. Now if you were to change the gearing, it'd probably be a little bit different, but I mean, like for a beginner, if you don't know how to use the clutch, this bike is super forgiving. I start it in second and give it a little gas and it works. You can just not even give any gas. So she's a good ass bike. I definitely recommend. What about you guys? I'll give it a little off-road. Oh. You're gonna hate me for this. Ta-da!